Hello everyone. Today we'll see what is a new drug discovery and development. A drug is a chemical and physical property used for the prophylaxis, diagnostics, and for the treatment or prevention of a human subjects. So we'll see how the drug is being developed and how it is being discovered, and what are the current scenario for the drug is to be getting approved from the market. So as we know the current scenario, that it is a very time consuming, very expensive and very frustrating process. In the last 50 years, many new drug has been introduced into the market and many older has been deleted or withdrawn from the market because of the ADR, or the person may be resistant toward the drug. Older drug might be not as good. So 1% of the compound that go under to the test eventually become a licensed medicines. 5,000 to 10,000 compound yields one new drug to a market. From the 5,000 when the drug is being discovered, so the compound that is released, that is approximately 5,000 to 10,000. From that 5,000 to 10,000, only 1% of the compound that undergo the eventually testing, and the final output is only the one drug, a single drug, which get a market approval. Overall time required for successful result is 10 to 15 years. So to get expenses involved is 800 million to $1 billion. The overall expenses. Most of the NDD program, that is your new drug discovery program, is undertaken by the pharmaceutical companies due to the expenses, while only the research work is being focused by the academics or the fundamental research organization. So before going to the what is a drug, how it is being discovered, we'll see the historical perspective from where the clinical research comes with the discovery of the drug. So clinical research means you're doing research into the human subjects, and non-clinical means you're taking animal trials, you're undergoing the preclinical studies. So our prime focus would be what is the clinical research, what are the historical excursion into the clinical trials, a historical evaluation of ethics and regulations in the trials, from where the ethics and regulation exist in the clinical trials. So the clinical research is the systematic study of a drug, device, biologicals, and vaccines used in diagnostics, treatment, and prevention of disease with the object of establishing and verifying the safety and efficacy. So, clinical research is a study of drug, and also the device or biologics, all the vaccines which is being used for the diagnostic and treatment purposes, is being the drug which is being introduced, it should be safe and effective. So manifested through the testing of new drug on human subject is known as clinical trial. When we introduce the drug into the human subject, it is known as clinical trial. Human beings have probably been conducting clinical trials since before the dawn of civilization. Okay, from the when our civilization has been started, we are doing the trials. It is not being recorded. The person who realized that a wound that is cleaned and wrapped heal better than the one that is left open and dirty conduct a kind of infection is also a kind of a clinical trial. So, but it is not being recorded. So the first earlier recorded clinical trial is done 605 562 BC. King Nebuchadnezzar, he carried out the clinical trial. He ordered the diet, that is meat and wine, his four children, that is two were served with the meat and wine and another two were served with the bread and water. So after a certain period of time, he said that the children who had bread and wine was not fit than those who had which were allowed with only with the bread and water. So the nourishment was more better who have been fed with bread and water.